Well. After I made my Royal Rumble video, I had no intention of continuing this, but, I think I'm just in the WrestleMania spirit. I am recording this on March 31st, which means that it is Easter. Happy Resurrection Day, Jesus. It's also, I believe this is March 31st every year, but I could be wrong. It's Trans Day of Visibility, so congrats, trans people. You're no longer invisible in this day. That video now. I don't have time to write a script, so this video might be harder to follow. Just know that everything in this video is my opinion, and it's less predictions, more fantasy booking, similar to last time. Also, I only have half a voice right now, so if my voice goes out at any point, just know why. Alright, I don't know what order these matches are going to be happening in. I don't have a card. I had a rundown of the matches that I got from BleacherReport.com, but I don't know what order they're happening in. So I sort of devised my own order. Okay, so, I had to cancel the recording because I got too off track. So I'm going to start all over again. I don't know what part I'll cut to. So this should be coming right after the preamble, so I've already discussed my custom order of the matches. If not, then I'll put it down in the description because I can't repeat all that. Starting with the Night 1 main event, we have the Bloodline versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Now, this is a match that I have booked a rather controversial finish for in my fantasy booking. We have, the way I would write it is to play on Roman's jealousy. We have The Rock taking up most of the spotlight for the match, and The Rock goes over to tag in Roman. They decimate Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins in one of their, because this spot happens in every tag team match where one tag team is on top for a little while. And then Roman Reigns, he goes over to the corner. You might be thinking, well, what's he doing? Roman Reigns, The Rock turns around. Roman Reigns hits The Rock with 3 consecutive spears. And the reason why I think the Roman should turn on The Rock, not the other way around, is because I think Roman is jealous of The Rock. Now, I know on SmackDown it was revealed that Roman ordered The Rock to go beat up Cody Rhodes for over 6 minutes. But even so, The Rock called himself the final boss during all that. And that can't sit well with the Tribal Chief. It just can't. From everything I understand about this character, it just can't. And you have this match where Roman is either gonna be forced to defend his belt on Night 2 all alone, or be allowed to have his family help him. Have Solo Sikoa sing the national anthem. Night 2 on Bloodline Rules. If you've listened to me talk about Roman Reigns at all, then you know that I don't like it that Roman Reigns, the most dominant champion in years, has to cheat. Every time I bring this up, anytime I discuss this or bring this up, people will say, well, he's a heel, he's supposed to draw heat. Gunther does a pretty good job of being a heel champion, and I don't see him needing interference every time. WWE should just give Roman Reigns Gunther's playbook. Roman Reigns and Logan Paul should not be winning matches the same way. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong for that. Who the hell knows? I gotta stop being heated. That's why I had to cancel the last video. So I would have Roman Reigns turn on The Rock, spare him a couple times, and then Cody Rhodes or Seth Rollins, preferably Cody, pins The Rock. And yeah, that's how I would end that match. Bit controversial, but I think it would be a good finish. The next match I have lined up is Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. And this match, I would actually turn into a triple threat by having Damian Priest cash in the middle of the match, trying to recreate the heist of the century. However, Damian Priest is not successful in this though. And the exact finish that I would do for this match may be a bit boring, but I would have Drew McIntyre hit Damian Priest with the Claymore, and then Seth Rollins hit Drew McIntyre with a curb stomp before Drew McIntyre can get back up, and then Seth Rollins pins him 1, 2, 3. I would do it this way because I hate Drew McIntyre's motivation. I do not believe that Drew McIntyre believes that when he beat Brock for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, finally taking that belt, stopping Brock from holding that belt hostage, Drew McIntyre thinks that meant nothing because there was no precious little fans out in the audience. I'm not going to get too deep into fans because my hatred against fans and a live audience is what had me to scrap the original footage of this video because I got too heated. So we're just going to move on. But know that I hate the fans. I think they ruin more than they contribute. Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. Now this is a fun one. This is a match that only I believed in and everyone else hated until recently. And it's been fun seeing other people jump on the wagon too. Now, a lot of people will be sad and a lot of people will be mad that Pothead Morgan wasn't in this match. And to them, I don't understand what they see. Obviously, I don't think Liv Morgan should have been brought back to WWE in the first place. I think maybe someone who's arrested for possession of an illegal drug, let me enunciate my words, possession of an illegal substance maybe shouldn't be brought back in a Royal Rumble return a day or two after they're arrested. Doesn't really seem like a good way to run a business. And also, you don't want to put a championship on someone like that because what happens if they get arrested again? With the belt. What kind of a bad PR move would that be? Anyway, I don't know, this one's hard because Rhea Ripley could win this, and honestly, the way WWE is going to do it, I think WWE is going to have Rhea Ripley win. But me personally, fantasy booking wise, I would have Becky Lynch win. I would have Becky Lynch win, and then I would have Becky Lynch hold the belt until... I don't really like this, but I would have Becky Lynch hold the belt until WrestleMania next year where she loses it. So all you Becky haters, just be content. In my version of the story, I have Becky lose it in next year's WrestleMania to Tiffany Stratton. How's that for long-term booking? Becky Lynch beats Tiffany Stratton for the NXT Women's Championship and Women's Heavyweight Championship, whatever it's called, and then Tiffany Stratton beats Becky Lynch for the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship. How's that, huh? For long-term booking. Obviously, Tiffany Stratton would have to win the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble for that to happen, so there's a lot of moving parts there. But also, I think something Becky Lynch said, Rhea Ripley's never had to pick herself back up off the bottom of the barrel, or whatever she said, and I'm not that familiar with Rhea Ripley's character to know if she actually had to or not, but yeah, I just want big time Bex to beat Rhea Ripley, okay? Scaling this mountain is complicated in a car like this. Did you know that you could just reverse a motorcycle up the entire mountain? Unless they patched that out. I don't know, maybe they added proper gravity. The next match is Io Sky versus Bayley. Partially a Royal Rumble prediction I got right, but I just got Bayley's pick wrong. I wanted Bayley to pick Rhea Ripley because I wanted Damage Control to stay together, but you know, who fucking cares what I want? This is another one. I want Becky to win this. Wait, not Becky, shit. I want Bayley to win this. But do I really see it happening? No. And that's why I'm not doing predictions, because I don't want to, talk about an outcome that I don't want to happen. I personally would choose Bayley to win this, and there's something really interesting later. But I wouldn't, but like the weird thing about heels and faces, and I don't want to go too off topic here because I have even less time now to record since that phone call and since I had to restart the footage earlier. The weird thing about heels and faces here is that Bayley was a heel, then Damage Control turned on her, and all of a sudden she's a good girl now. I don't think that should how it be. I don't think that's how it should be. That's not proper English. I don't think that's the way it should go. In my opinion, I think Bayley should still be a heel, should still be a bad girl, still be manipulative, still be all this, still be all that. Just this time, she's fighting against Damage Control when she does it. Anyway, I have a funny thing to mention later when we get to Damage Control's other match. The Undisputed Tag Team Ladder Match. That is the talk of the hour on some parts of this fandom. Would you call it a fan? Whatever. This match, everyone has certain expectations. And me, I agree with these expectations that the tag titles should be split from this match. The one good argument I've seen against splitting the tag team titles is some people's concern over division size. Some people are worried that a Raw tag team division or a SmackDown tag team division wouldn't be able to carry it just on their own. And I can see where those concerns are from. When I've tried to do fantasy booking and fantasy drafts, this is oftentimes an issue that I run into. And I have to create my own tag teams. Because I end up either putting them all on Raw or putting them all on SmackDown, or spreading, or I do get an even mix, but they're spread too thin. However, I do think that the belts should be split up. And my two picks for this, you may agree with, you may not, is the New Day and the Awesome Truth. Now, personally, I would have preferred The Miz to get his WrestleMania moment against Gunther and then beat Gunther for the IC Championship. But we play with the hands it's a poker phrase. You know how it goes. Apparently I'm forgetting. And I would have the New Day grab the SmackDown tag team belts, and I would have the Awesome Truth grab the Raw tag team belts, and maybe, hopefully, we can finally get a new tag team belt design after so many years. Because even though the color of the straps of the belt changed, it's still the same damn belt from all those years ago. And we seem to be introducing new championship belt designs left and right, so let's get new belt designs for the SmackDown and Raw tag team titles. Call them the WWE tag team titles and the World tag team titles, or make new words for them, or whatever. LA Knight versus AJ Styles. Man, I remember watching these guys as kids, and you might be confused. Let me clarify. I meant that I watched AJ Styles and Eli Drake as a kid, okay? Did I say kids plural? That makes it sound like I knew them as kids. Whatever. I can't. My brain don't work today. I don't like LA Knight. And I think partially the reason why I don't like LA Knight is because the crowd likes him so much. I think my dislike of LA Knight is purely reaction based. I don't like the crowd. The crowd likes LA Knight, so I don't like LA Knight. I have struggled to find a reason or a justification deeper than that. And that's a really petty reason to not like LA Knight. I agree. I just don't like LA Knight. So I would have AJ Styles win. And I would have AJ Styles win in such a way that embarrasses LA Knight. Moving on. I don't even want to talk about this match. Gunther versus Sami Zayn. This was a match that I had no hype for at all until Sami Zayn and Gunther came face to face. And Sami Zayn brought up a very good point. That AJ Styles, or not AJ Styles, geez, I'm told you my brain don't work. That Sami Zayn ended the longest running tag team championship reign in WWE history. And he might do it again by ending the longest running Intercontinental Championship reign in WWE history. I just like that idea. That Sami Zayn has this like universe instructed role. And this is something that this is a term that I've created in the power scaling community. Universe-based rules, or universal roles, or whatever. You know how people in the meme side of power scaling have said that Mordecai and Rigby can never be fired, so whatever Benson tells them to do, they will. So people say like how Thanos reacts after Benson says, Mordecai, Rigby, kill that dude, or you're fired. So the joke there is that since the rules of the universe say that Mordecai and Rigby can never be fired, they will always do what they're told to do. It's sort of like that with Sami Zayn, I think. What they should do with Sami Zayn, I mean. He's there to break reigns that don't end. And I know what you're thinking. I know immediately what you're thinking about. Well, he failed with Roman. Okay, yeah, I agree he failed with Roman. That sort of hurts the role, but maybe the universe didn't pick him as their champion yet. Okay, you ever think about that? I would have... see, Sami Zayn could win this match, and part of me's torn. 50% of me wants Sami Zayn to win this match. 50% of me is indifferent to Gunther winning this match. I'll tell you who I don't want to beat Gunther. I don't want Ilya Dragunov to beat Gunther. I don't like Ilya Dragunov either. Alright, next is the going from one mid-card to another. The United States triple threat match. Logan Paul versus Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. I think Logan Paul should win this. Because here's the thing. Alright? What's Logan Paul gonna do besides be the United States champion? We could have Logan Paul go after Seth's belt. Like, I kind of like that idea, actually. Yeah. The Elimination Chamber, I wanted Logan Paul to win. So yeah, maybe I'll stick with my original prediction fantasy booking pick for this one, but I might do another fanfiction prediction. Prefiction. Yeah, Prefiction. That's what I'll call it. Prefiction. I might do another Prefiction where Logan Paul loses this belt and then goes after the World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, I like that. But I'll stick with my original plan for this one. Logan Paul wins, and I don't really have an idea how. It seems pretty straightforward. He just does. He cheats, obviously. Because you see, I don't mind if Logan Paul cheats. I'd like if it was like a mix, like maybe 40% of the time he cheated, 60% of the time he won clean. If he cheated every now and then. That's just me, though. I don't really have much thoughts on this match, is what I'm trying to say. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi versus Damage Control. And I actually have a pretty interesting, funny thought on this one. Funny to me, at least. Do you think the reason why they made it a triple threat and not a match for the Women's Tag Team Championships is because they didn't want to put the Women's Tag Team Championship belt on Naomi again? Because they're scared they're just gonna because Naomi's just gonna throw it away again. Anyway, That is weird though, that the women's tag team champions are in this match, but the tag team belts aren't on the line. I guess it's happened before, but whatever. Yeah, I don't really have a thought one way or the other on this either. I don't really have a pick, so I guess I will just go straight prediction on this, no prefiction. My prediction is that Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi are going to win because they want to make Jade Cargill look good. This is her first marquee match, so they probably don't want to have her bite the dust right out of the gate, but maybe they will. Maybe they won't play to your sensibilities. Maybe they'll just have her bite dust. I have no idea. Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso. This is another controversial opinion of mine. I would have Jimmy Uso win. Think about it. What happens if Jey wins? Nothing. Nothing changes. Nothing exactly elevates Jey. But what happens if Jimmy wins? What happens if, hypothetically, Jimmy wins without Solo? Which is not going to happen. WWE, for some reason, these are the most accomplished characters, the Bloodline, these are the most accomplished characters in recent history. But for some reason, they've only gotten weaker as time went on. But like I said, my fantasy booking, my rules. Imagine what happens to Jimmy's character if he wins, and he wins without Solo. Man, if he beats Jey, that takes Jimmy from an afterthought, like so many people think of him as, to hopefully an important part of the Bloodline storyline again. Will it happen? Probably not, but should it happen? Yes. And I'm running low on time, so I hope I can cut down on the flowery language on this next one. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. And per my outcome of the Night 1 main event, Bloodline is banned, and you're gonna hate me for this. Roman Reigns beats Cody Rhodes clean. Just to show he can. Now, I know what you're thinking. I know exactly what you're thinking. But if Cody Rhodes loses, he'll never get another shot. The Rock said. It doesn't matter what The Rock said, okay? That was cringy. Hold on. But obviously there is a concern on this being Cody Rhodes' last attempt. And the way I would get, because I want Cody Rhodes to beat Roman next time, and the way I would ensure a next time is to just have Cody Rhodes lose this match to Roman, and Roman wins clean, like I said. But just give us heel Cody, and I don't want heel Cody like they almost made John Cena heel, and he was just this annoying cheater. I mean, that was from John Cena's own words. He said, "Well, were you being like I say heel?" And John Cena said, "Well, it would have been this." And everyone said, "Well, we're glad we didn't get that." I want Homelander Cody Rhodes. I want a Cody Rhodes who believes he's a good guy, but does bad things. So he basically forces the Bloodline's hand at WrestleMania 41, and then he beats Roman there. But I want Roman to win clean at WrestleMania 40. I don't believe it's going to happen, but I want Roman Reigns to win clean at WrestleMania 40. And any matches that he has in between WrestleMania 40 and WrestleMania 41, to have Roman win clean as well. I would have much rather had this happen at WrestleMania 39, and then have Cody beat Roman at WrestleMania 40 this year. But we play with the hand we're dealt, okay? I'm not the dealer, okay? I'm not even a poker player. That is the whole video. Maybe next time I do one of these, I'll actually have more time and I can write a script, because technically I'm already out of time. I'm just recording this anyway. So yeah. Remember, everything in this video is just my opinion and my fantasy booking, my prefiction. I like that word. And yeah, I hope that no matter what happens, we all have fun watching Santa deliver and WrestleMania. Yeah.